So guys, if you want to learn how to stay cool in the Philippines and go from this gear to the gear I'm going to show you, then stay tuned, because I've been riding in Southeast Asia now for nearly a decade, and boy, is it hot.
Yeah, so I've been riding in the Philippines for a decade now, and I want to be safe. I don't want to be like a little idiot driving around in shorts and t-shirt. So I go with a TGP Air Alpine Stars jacket, and it's got full armor in the back, full armor in the shoulders, elbows. I'm on knee pads, jeans, full boots, and it is just unbearable. You end up like this, sweating, dripping with sweat. So I'm going to show you what I wear now, which has radically changed how much I enjoy actually going for a ride in hot weather. Okay, so not exactly the perfect example of the bike to be wearing this stuff on. But yeah, basically what I've done, I've tried out all different types of jackets, all different types of air, ventilated jackets, mesh jackets. None of them, in the end, keep me cool. I'm always hot, I'm always sweating. So the two biggest changes I've done is I've gone to wearing Under Armour. So I've got a motocross style Under Armour on here. This one is by Dainese, but you can get various ones. You could wear a roost protector like motocross style. And this one has chest armour, elbow armour, shoulder armour, back armour. And you can get various levels, C protection, level 1 or 2, depending on how much you want to spend. And on top of that, all I'm doing is I'm putting on top a motocross jersey. And I'm wearing motocross pants, which are pretty abrasion resistant. And then I've got knee pads underneath. And I've actually switched out to a motocross boot recently for quite a lot of riding, because the ankle protection that it gives you is so much stronger than the Alpine Stars that I was wearing before. They were SMX Air boots, great boots. I've had them about 6 years. I got those ones because I wanted the ventilation. And yeah, they do vent a little bit, but the heat is not being felt in my feet, is it? The heat is being felt everywhere else. So the main change that really made a difference to my riding and to the comfort that I'm getting when I'm riding is this helmet. So this is an O'Neill motocross style helmet. Doesn't matter what the brand is, as long as it offers decent protection. The amount of ventilation that comes through this helmet absolutely blew me away. I was amazed. Even with the goggles on, the ventilation coming through the chin here is incredible. You get a whoosh of air. So some of my rides coming up will be obviously wearing this helmet. I'm not sure how the audio is going to do with it if you're going to motor vlog, but in terms of comfort, lift the goggles up when you're going slow, the air comes through. It's just so refreshing. And then even with the goggles down, if you've got decent goggles, these are Fox Racing goggles, which are okay, they vent as well. And it just makes a world of difference. And this is the only gear I've ever found, unless I'm going to be, what do they call it in the US, a squid. Unless I'm going to ride around in shorts and t-shirt, and don't get me wrong, I have done that, but only for quick journeys. But if I'm going out riding, I want to be protected still. And I'm still going to get the crash and impact protection. There's one caveat to this, is that if you expecting to be going fast on the road, I know people will call me on this, so I'm going to say it myself, I'm aware of it. If you're going to be going fast on the road, and by fast I mean ripping around way beyond your limits, or pushing your limits a little bit, then yeah, okay, you haven't got any abrasion protection. If you're going to slide down the road, you're going to end up with road rash. So yeah, it won't protect me from that. But most of my riding these days is on adventure bikes and like a CRF 300L type dirt bike thing. And for me, you've got to find, I felt like I've got to find a compromise. I don't want to go out unprotected, but I don't want to be wearing the full gear. Am I riding to the point where I'm going to get road rash because I am flying along at crazy speed, sort of pushing my luck? I don't do that anymore. I ride to see the scenery most of the time. I ride to go to places that I haven't seen before. I'm doing sort of a lot of back tracks, off-road tracks, dirt and gravel tracks. This stuff for that is going to give me the protection if I fall. It's going to stop that impact on my joints, my old bones and joints and stuff. And it won't give me, obviously, won't protect me against road rash. So that's a risk I'm willing to take
to get the protection that allows me to be comfortable that I'm actually going to go out and ride. Otherwise, it's a choice between go out and ride, but just end up sort of hating it. You know, if I get too hot, I get annoyed, I get irritable. I'm not enjoying the ride. So if I decide, okay, well, I'm going to wear full-on leathers, I mean, Jesus, even in the UK, I mean, they would stick to me. Here, I think you just die. So I can die of heat exhaustion or I can die of road rash. I'll take the chance that road rash isn't going to get me. And if I am going to go out on something like this, a Z900 or the Ninja 650 or something, okay, I will. I'll just say, fair enough, that's my road riding. Maybe I'm going to go a little bit faster. I'll whack on the Alpine Stars TGP air jacket and I'll just put up with the extra heat.
Saying that you're going to be riding around feeling cool, it's still 35 degrees most days, so it's still hot, but this makes it manageable. It breathes. I haven't got a soaked, sweaty body underneath the jacket that can't breathe and can't vent. And then there's a couple more tips that I've found living here that really just help to take the edge off the heat. So the first one, before I go out, I'm drinking a lot of cold, really cold water, and that just sets me up to stay cool for a little bit longer. And then a hydration pack. I wear, well, there's 2 points to this really, is I don't wear a rucksack on my back, so I don't want to carry, if I'm traveling, I don't want to carry any weight on my back, get the weight off my back and onto the bike, not this bike, but you know, the ones outside, like the adventure type bikes. Get the weight off your back because that just increases the sweat, increases the heat, stops the airflow around your back. And then all I'm wearing on me is I'm wearing a little hydration pack in a little purpose-made rucksack. I've got a 3-litre hydration pack. Normally I fill it to like a couple of litres. I go out for a few hours. I'm good to go. I can stop whenever I want, just grab a quick drink and then set off again. I used to find if I don't take any water with me and I'm waiting to stop at a store or something, I might stop once in a half day, maybe not even at all, and then I get really dehydrated. And I'd come back home and my piss is the color of beer. So I'm like, okay, I know I'm dehydrated. Get the hydration pack on, keeps you hydrated, keeps you feeling fresh. Also, if I get too dehydrated with the heat here, I mean, I'll get a headache from it. So that really helps, hydration pack. Another thing that I sometimes do, and in fact, I did this accidentally the first time because my hydration pack leaked all down my back and it cooled me nicely. So if it's really, really hot, just soak your jersey. Soak this jersey, even if you just soak it at the back. That cooling effect, it will cool you down for a little while, keeps you cool for a little bit longer, which I don't tend to do it that often, but I will. If I know I'm going out all day, I might just, you know, sling a bit of ice cold water down the back of it. You can also buy these body vests that are chilled. I don't know. I've never tried it. Let me know in the comments if those work and if it's worth trying. So I think you put the body vest in the freezer or in the fridge for a few hours before you go out, and then you wear it. It's supposed to give you a nice cooling effect. It probably would work, wouldn't it? But I don't know, and it's hard to get hold of here. So any guys from the States or Europe who use those, can you just let me know in the comments down below what you use to keep cool if you're riding in Miami or Europe in the heat or whatever in summer. But yeah, that's it. That is how to stay cool. Wear the right gear, and the right gear is hard to find. I really struggled to find the right gear. I tried all the vented jackets, tried different combinations of trousers and stuff, and none of it ever worked until I got this stuff. And now I go out on my rides and I really enjoy them, and I'm not thinking about, I want to go home, I need to get into some aircon, I've had enough of this, I'm going back now. And then just planning the time of day that you ride at. We all know this, it's obvious, isn't it? These are obvious ones, but quite often I'll go out, as soon as I've dropped my daughter off at school at 7:30 in the morning, that's when I'll be planning to go out for a ride for a couple of hours before we get to 11, midday, something like that, and the real heat of the day comes out. That's unavoidable sometimes if you're going further. So I always try and plan like a little stop at lunchtime is a good idea. Stop at the middle of the day between 12 and 2. Grab a drink, grab something to eat. If the place is air conditioned, brilliant, it gives you a chance to cool down. And just, you know, those are obvious things. But this gear has made a massive difference to my comfort riding. I hope some of you guys found that useful. I'll be really interested to know what you guys have found out works to keep you cool when you're riding in really hot weather. So just drop a comment down below.
If you want links to any of the gear, then just let me know. I don't do affiliate marketing, but I'll be more than happy to let you know the actual gear I've got. Although motocross boots, motocross jersey and pants, and some sort of body armor vest and knee guards, you know, as long as you check that they're CE certified or made by a reputable company, then they'll do the job, and it's better than riding with nothing, right?